Well, we start now with some breaking news. The latest read on the economy, off the charts good. The GDP number coming in at 3% growth, far exceeding experts who expected 2.3% growth. Joining us now, for President Trump's former senior economic advisor, author of Trump-onomics, Steve Moore. So we're changing the headline, Steve. Trump-onomics works. 3% growth. They were talking recession.
Yeah, remember 4 months ago, Trump was going to cause a Great Depression. It was going to be the 1930s again. This is an amazing number. By the way, I predicted we'd get to 3% growth. I just didn't think it would happen so quickly. So this
Trump
is
time, my friend.
startling. It's a result of a lot of jobs. It's a result of a lot of investment. It's a result of the big, beautiful tax bill, which, by the way, as you recall, was retroactive to the start of the year. So companies started investing as soon as Trump was elected. Boy, this makes you feel good about America. The direction of the country is good. And let's not forget, as the economy grows, this is sort of Moore's theorem that if you can get to 3% growth, and if we can retain that, guess what's going to happen to the budget deficit? It's going to start to fall, and we're going to see more tax revenues, more people working. So I'm overjoyed.
Speaking of the budget deficit, the interest we pay on it, now the Fed could use this number today to do what the president's been wanting them to do for a long time, which is lower interest rates. Do you think a number like this, really shocking growth, 3% for the quarter, will encourage them to get off their backsides and cut rates?
No, actually, I think it's going to have potentially the opposite effect.
Oh.
I think that the Fed is going to say, oh, the economy is doing great. We don't need to do a rate cut. And so, because here's the problem with the Federal Reserve Board, and this is something that Steve Forbes and I have been saying for a long time. The Fed doesn't like economic growth. They think economic growth causes inflation, which is crazy because when the economy produces more apples, the price of apples falls. It doesn't rise. So I think, if anything, paradoxically, that this will actually this will mean that Jerome Powell will probably not cut interest rates. I think they're meeting today or tomorrow to make a decision. So that's not going to make Donald Trump very happy. But the big story here, an economy that is growing twice as fast now as it did under Joe Biden. We're seeing lots of jobs. We're seeing tame inflation. It is really a beautiful picture. The stock market is, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are at record highs or at or near those. So it's hard to see anything to complain about. I'm sure Democrats will find something they don't like.
Yeah, they don't like growth because then you're less needy and required of them. I do want to tell also that Fed meeting is this afternoon. I think they expect an announcement 2:30 or so. Also, real quickly, President Trump just announcing here moments ago on Truth Social a 25% tariff on India, plus an additional tariff on India, claiming because they buy Russian oil and energy. Huge trading partner, but they have massive tariffs and barriers on our country and our goods, and he wants an even playing field.
Yeah, and as you know, I'm an old-fashioned free trade guy, so I've been a little bit nervous about Trump's tariffs. But the big story this week, as you've reported on, was the big EU trade agreement. Which, remember, 3 or 4 months ago, the Europeans said, "We're never going to negotiate with Donald Trump. We're not going to sit down with him." Well, there they are, sitting down with them, making a deal that's in America's interest. Look, I think what's going to happen in India is they are going to back down, and they are going to stop discriminating against American products. I also think Trump is going to win in the negotiations with Russia. I think he's going to drive Russia to the bargaining table because Russia needs to trade with the United States, and Trump is threatening to add more and more oil and gas, which destroys the Russian economy. So Trump is a great negotiator. He knows what he's doing, and I have to say, nobody predicted a 3% growth rate except a few of us a few months ago. So I'm sure the Democrats are squirming over this number because they were the ones who were saying he was going to destroy the economy.
The Trump boom is back. All right, Steve Moore.
Is.
Thank you for joining us, my friend.
Yeah, it's so fun to be on your show right when the numbers are announced. I'm like, I can't stop smiling.
It's almost like we planned it. All right.
Take care.
Bye.